Hey, hey, Noel. What's cracking, buddy? All right, January 5th, right? Today is the very first day, right, that we had that has been relatively nice. Right now, the current ambient air temperature is 45 degrees. The wind is out of the southwest at about 34 miles an hour. Right, the humidity level is kind of high. It's about 60% because everything's melting and it's putting water in the air, as you can see behind me with the clouds. Right? It has been cold, bro. This morning was the first time we woke up, right, where the heater wasn't running. Right, when I woke up at like 8 o'clock. Right, it was, I think, like around 28 degrees or so when I woke up this morning. Right, and it's gotten this high today. Mr. Sun is trying to break through and melt out the clouds. As you can see in the background, Jefferson Mountain's got a lot of snow at the top, but it's slowly been melting for the last couple of days. Yes, it has been very cold, right? In the upper teens, or low 20s, right, during the daytime highs, and maybe as high as 27, 28. You know what I'm saying? The last couple of days it was like 31, and then I think it was 35 yesterday. So everything's starting to melt, right? And it's mud everywhere. All right, and then when the sun goes down, within an hour or so, the sun going down, everything's frozen again. That's how bad it is. The freeze the other night killed the battery in the little car. Right? So now we don't even have a car. Over there at the mine, I don't know if you can see it very well. Let's see. Right about there. Right. They've been building a new pile. You can see it in the front right there. You know what I'm saying? Building so they all that blasting they did a couple weeks ago. Right. That's the fruit of their labor. They dug up a whole new bunch of dirt. This is what they do. These are called leaching pads. And what they do is they pile the dirt up in these great big gigantic piles, and then as they build them up, they run these black plastic like irrigation lines through it. You know what I'm saying? And it's all through the layers, right? And then they run acid down through there, and it leaches out all the gold and all of the metals and everything out, and then they collect it at the bottom, right here. At the bottom, they collect it in this big, real thick black plastic mill stuff. I got some of it over there. Right, and it pushes it over here to the processing plant over there, right, and it makes it into a slurry, a sludge, and then the trucks come and they suck it up and then they take it to another processing place, right, and that's where they get the gold. Leaching pads, that's what they are. They are actually putting acid into the ground. That's how they've done gold mining for, a couple hundred years now, 1,000 years, who knows? I put the fire out even in the wintertime. Right? But yeah, the gold mine's doing good. We're doing relatively good. Right? Teresa's got her surgery scheduled for February and all that stuff. The litigation's moving along. Right? They're in the process of collecting all the data and all that stuff. Right? And then that's going to move forward. Because Teresa, we were looking at her leg last night, and her leg, one leg is like this, right? Because of all of this dumb stuff, right? But anyways, Noy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the snow slowed down, but like I said, this is only January 5th. We still got the rest of January, February, and March to go, some of April, before winter's over up here. Right? And it's gonna snow more. It's gonna get cold more. Right? But it's beautiful, don't you think? Way better than downtown Phoenix, bro. Anyways, just thought I'd update you guys on what's going on, the weather patterns and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Navy Centroid weather machine is that way, you know what I'm saying? About, 80 or 100 miles or so, right? I'm pretty sure they switched it off because it's been pretty cold lately, and I don't think it works very well in the cold. Right? Happy New Year to everybody. May the universe bestow its prosperity and its blessings upon all of us. You know what I'm saying? Those of you that are in need, may you find what it is that you're looking for. Those of you that are lost, you know what I'm saying? May we all come together. right, and figure out just exactly what the hell's wrong so that we can, at least try to fix it. Wow, look at that. We got a cow. I'm out here on cow patrol because over there, right over there, right, there's a bunch of, wild cows that wandered in from over there where they were. Right, yeah, all of this is open range. Right, so they got to be kind of mindful because where they're at over there is where the road is, and the road comes around this way and it goes around these people's property and then it comes this way. And if they start coming down the road, I got to go make sure the gate's locked so they don't get inside our yard, right? Because it's a pain in the ass to get them out, and then they poop all over everything and they smash stuff. I ain't no damn cowboy. How the hell am I going to chase a bunch of big, 2,000-pound cows around? Right? Right. But anyways, that's what we're doing out here. Yeah, some of the snowdrifts are still pretty high. Camp looks pretty good here, Right? I ain't been out to camp here in a while, right? Because it's been cold and snowy and, weird and all that stuff. But yeah, see, everything's all mud and gush and all that stuff. There's Sissy over there hunting for squirrels. Alright, Noel. So let me give you the breakdown here, dude. I'll do a screencast and just show you what this valley really looks like from the air. But that's Jefferson Mountain right there, due east. That way, dude, be trying to knock me off the table. That way, right there, right towards the end of the clouds. That's where Austin Mountain is. That's looking due north. Like if we were standing in the yard right now, we'd be looking towards Sunny Slope, right? You know what I'm saying? Or if you're living out there in Goodyear or Avondale or somewhere, due north of you would be Sun City, right? You know what I'm saying? About that far away. Let's see, Mr. Sun came out, all right, warmed everything up, burned all the clouds off, right? So the humidity went down, believe it or not, right? And now it's warm outside. It's rose up from 45 to like 51 right now. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon. This is going to be like our high for the day right now. You know what I'm saying? It's really nice. It's cool. I mean, you could feel the water that's in the air because humidity's still like about 40%. You could feel the water in the air. You know what I'm saying? There's this little cool tinge to it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, bro, it turned out to be a nice day except for all the mud. Yeah, it's funny, sometimes how they say life changes, right? You know what I'm saying? How the city drags on you, drags on you, right? To me, right, living out here in the boonies, well, actually I don't really live in the boonies, I live in a community. There's probably about 3,000 people or so that live right here in the immediate vicinity, right? About 35 miles that way to about, maybe 8 or 9 miles that way, right? In this big open part of the central of the valley, right? It's slow, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own place. Everybody's got their own space. Privacy out here means something. Right, in this part of America, it does, right? But coming from Phoenix, though, I mean, you still live there, bro. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know how hustle and bustle it is over there. You know how much bad shit's going on, really, you do, right? But you also know how much good stuff's going on, too. You know what I'm saying? Out here, you know what I'm saying? People do what they do. Like Farmer Brown over there across the road. You know what I'm saying? He takes care of his cows, bro. He's got, he got a bunch of cows. Plus he got some over there in the other field, too. You know what I'm saying? People live down on the corner over there, right? They got a big old plot of dirt like that, too. But they grow alfalfa hay. You know what I'm saying? And they sell it to all the ranchers and shit around here, you know what I'm saying? They got cows everywhere. But he's over there right now, shoveling hay over there to his cows. All right? And he does it every day, same time, same back channel, all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's regular, it's a cycle. I've been telling you this for years, Noah, that everything is a circle, everything. You know what I'm saying? And it just keeps going on and on and on. All right? I don't think I ever told you the story of Michelangelo. All right? You know what I'm saying? Michelangelo, we all know, those of us that have a brain, all right? You know what I'm saying? We all know that Michelangelo was a prisoner of Pope Benedict number something. Right? And then forced him, you know, saying to, you know, spend his 18 years of his life painting the Sistine Chapel, you know what I'm saying, all the walls and ceiling and all that stuff. And Michelangelo came out with this badass, you know, setup, dude. It's really beautiful. It really is. It's powerful. It's meaningful. You know what I'm saying? For those people that can understand, you know what I'm saying, the allegory behind it, you know what I'm saying, the symbolism of what Michelangelo created. But there's a story, right, that goes, you know what I'm saying, that Saint Benedictine one day, you know what I'm saying, you know, walked down into the stairs into, you know, from his, you know, throne up there, you know, whatever the Pope does, right? He came down to where Michelangelo was working in the Sistine Chapel, and he looked up towards the scaffolding where Michelangelo was way up there painting away, right? And Saint Benedictine, Michelangelo, come down here, I want to ask you a question. Right? You know what I'm saying? And so Michelangelo climbed down the ladder. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All grubby, you know what I'm saying? Probably hadn't had a bath in a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? Been slaving away, covered in paint all over him, you know what I'm saying? It fucked up his flow, the whole bit, you know what I'm saying? So he stomps down there and walked up to the Pope. He says, yes, Your Eminence, what is it that I can do for you? And St. Benedictine says, I want to know what the most perfect shape is in the entire Lord's universe. Michelangelo didn't even blink. He looked right at him, told him a circle. They turned around and started walking back to the scaffolding. Right? You know, shaking his head probably. Right? Benedictine said, well, what do you mean a circle? Michelangelo turned around and he looked at him. He said, it's perfect. Right? It has a beginning and an end, and they both come together, and it encompasses the entire universe, Your Eminence. Right? Michelangelo put a shape to what life is. Right? Michelangelo, right, put an idea in your mind to how the whole entire thing works. Right? And so out here, when you have time to think and the expanse and the distance that you can look at, you know what I'm saying, and the beauty of it all, right? You know what I'm saying? You find your little tiny place. You know what I'm saying? Right? I do this a lot. It's kind of fun. Right? I back all the way out as far as I can. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do on Google Maps, but I do it in here. Right? Just to remind myself every once in a while of how small I really am.